So you're gonna
sing. You sing.
no, sit.
Yeah. You know, Themis, you have a much larger, warmer sound than I thought you would. I remember when I saw the video of you singing this piece, I went, there's some voice there. Wow. Couple of things. What I heard with you and I see with you is that you're assisting your support mechanism a little bit with the base of the tongue. There's a little bit of a stiffness there, okay, which can make the tone just a little throaty and a little wooden. It's not like, I'm not hearing this. It's not a Faulkner, but you're on the edge of it, you know. And the problem is when you're doing that, then you're having to work here more than you need to. A lot of this, I think, has to do with the kind of work you do. Because you're singing every day, twice a day, 6 days a week, 10 months a year, you know, and you're not getting the resting periods that you need in between so that you're always fit. Now, what I hear is just you're setting a little bit here. Okay? If I take my fingers and I put them here, okay? What do you feel in your throat?
I was relaxing.
Okay. Just sing the very beginning. Freunde. Take your fingers and massage right underneath the ear in the little space between your jaw.
While I'm singing? Or?
While you're singing. Just lightly. Here, okay? This should help to release that. And then you'll see, I don't have to work as hard here. You know what I mean? Because it's not your breathing mechanism, but you're coming up against a little tiny bit of a blockage here. So it's not flowing the way that it could optimally. You're putting yourself in a position where you're having to work harder than you need to. You know, the work is here. You know, and I swear it's because of the kind of work that you do. You know what I mean? So just try to see the beginning of it that way a little bit, and just lightly massage while you're doing it. Okay? Already better. I hear more bites to the sound. I hear more kernel. Okay? The formant. The upper resonances are coming through, the thing that makes the voice travel. Thomas, did you hear that sound was brighter?
Yeah,
and more focused?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do it again. What I noticed, I didn't hear it on the video, it could be the room. Some of the consonants are a little far back in the mouth. Okay, German is not your native language, it's not mine. I hear Freunde, I don't hear you know, das Leben. If you could think of the consonants being a little like in Italian here, because you know, consonant and vowel, they're not together. They're two separate things that work independently of each other, like you're doing this. The consonants, it's easier in Italian, are always up here. And I feel like I'm getting Freunde, das Lebenswert. Freunde, das Leben ist Lebenswert. Keeping the space for the vowel. But they're working separately. I didn't hear an F, I didn't hear a R, I didn't hear the L in Lebenswert. Because they weren't here, al dente.
Okay.
But do that again. And I have something else that might help you with this as an exercise. But, okay?
Jeder Tag kann Schönes uns geben, jeder Tag ein neues Erleben, jede Stunde verjüngt sich die Welt. Die herrliche Welt singt die Sonne abends wieder, strahlend steht sie morgen wieder an dem
This is a very hard thing to sing. Even when I was a young man, I had to be in good shape to sing this thing. And I only sang it when people asked me to. I never offered it. Still, some of the consonants, you're not releasing them, you're swallowing them. You know, people make fun sometimes of Italian singers, particularly when they sing in German. Because Italian singers automatically will release the vowel. And if they're singing Mozart or something, I heard a young boy who has a beautiful voice, but he was singing, Dieser Bild ist der bezaubernde Schön, because he's releasing it. You have to do it also in German, even more because of the problem of the German language, but never accent it. You know, never accent it. And what I was hearing is, where are we here? Aus dem Dunkel stille Gassen. You didn't release it. And if you don't release it, if it's an M or an N, I'm going to be getting Gassen. I'm exaggerating, so you want to say, and that's creating a bottleneck here. Gassen. So the phrase, if you taper it off and you release it, is releasing the pressure. If you don't, I don't hear the N. I hear Gassen. And then you're starting and breathing in with pressure accumulating here already. I don't want you to sing like you just got off the boat from Naples, but you understand the concept? It's a very light release of consonants, particularly ending consonants that are voiced. Because it's going to create pressure, subglottal pressure, that you don't want. So if you do it for a while, you go, it's easier this way. And at the beginning, you might be doing it too much. And I go, I'm going to give you some garlic now. But it's a German. I cannot think of any civilized language you sing in that has more pitfalls in it for a singer than German. Mm-hmm. And that's why I've always tried to figure out solutions for it. And it has to do with the way you want the Italian consonant, but not so Italian that you sound like you're singing in Italian. Mm-hmm. And a couple of things is as you're going up through the passaggio, und die schönste aller Frauen, I'm getting schönste, a big fat sound. You're going to Frauen. Und die schönste aller Frauen. Go to where you're going to, don't stop. Mm-hmm. I know you want to make great sounds, but don't stop there. Know where the phrase is going to and where the phrase is ending. It's Frauen. Und die schönste aller Frauen. Then you make the big expansive sound. Mm-hmm. Don't try to sing too fat before it. Know where you're going. Okay?
Maybe it's the same. Ist vielleicht noch heute rein. Dann muss ich auf das then I have to do the same.
Sure. Sure. These are things that I've learned over years trying to make it easier. Because when I started as a tenor, I sang lots of Bach, lots of stuff. Going, this stuff would be so easy to sing if it wasn't for the German language. And then I started to sing, okay, how do I make it still sound like German, but not choke myself to death? And I came up with these things. And a lot of it has to do with releasing the consonants and not swallowing them. Sing it again, I want to hear 10 Fs in 45 hours on Freunde. Otherwise I hear, Freunde. I don't know what that is. Okay. You hear it, I don't. Because the consonant's not here. Okay? Try it again.
Or just cut it?
How you feel. But I wanted to say something also. Another thing that I've noticed, particularly in the speaking range of the voice, there are certain German vowels that are not really good to sing in, and one of them is A, like Leben. Where I can, going up in the voice, starting really in the middle, I try to modify that because the A goes this way, sideways. This is not good for singing. To keep the tube open, I modify that more and more towards I, as in bitter. It still sounds like I, but it's long now. Leben, Leben.
Same with
Leben. The A and the German O, which is very closed, almost U. By the time I get up into the passaggio, F sharp, G, A flat, I'm singing U vowel. And it sounds like O. Because if I try to sing O up there, it's going to sound like ah, and it's the wrong vowel. The vowel, as you go up, our goal is to keep the tube open and vibrating. The space is dictated by the shape of the vowel, which is like an amoeba. It's not, I sing this note, it has this shape, and I put it in this drawer. No, this thing is movable. If I'm singing a sad song, I might darken that vowel a little bit within the space to create a timbre. But I'm fooling around with the shape of the vowel, not with the voice. The vowel will dictate the color of the sound you're making. Okay? But the only thing that I can recommend with the A sound is to try as early as possible, always to modify that towards I. Is bitter, because the I vowel goes up and down. A spreads. And if you start spreading around E and F, you're going to have a problem when you get to Das Leben ist schön. You're going to have a problem because you're going to be spread. Okay? And up there, Das Leben ist schön. So it doesn't make any difference what vowel you say. Find one you like. You know? Okay. Start at the beginning again. I want to hear the F and I want to hear the R. And I want to hear
more.
Yeah, even more. And I want to hear Leben, not E. Leben is Leben. It's an I. Just sing I, up and down. It'll sound like A, and you'll have the space for it. Okay? It's easier, and the sound, the vibrations, the squillo of the sound here, it's like the rays of the sun. It's going in every direction now. It's full. It's compact but full. Before it was squeezed. Now you're learning to modify the shape and size of the vowel to dictate the tone. It has got to be that way, because if you don't, you're putting the cart in front of the horse. You understand?
Yeah.
And it's very important to always think about the consonants being on the teeth and on the lips. And because of the acoustical situation, I think it's partly this room. I'm having trouble in the speaking voice understanding you, and it's not because of your German. I'm missing some consonants that should be extremely present when you're singing in the middle voice. Because there may be something you're doing to prepare for a difficult high note or phrase where you want to throw that word away that you've already said 20 times. You can only throw that word away if you sung it very clearly 20 times, because the audience is going to think you sang it whether or not you did. You know what I mean? I go, oh, I don't like doing that right before the high note. Well, you sung that word 20 times in this piece, and everybody is going to think they heard it, trust me. You know what I mean? But it's the whole thing. I want you to try something else. You won't be able to sing. To release that tension, which is also partially here. Did you ever play a brass or wind instrument? Good. I was a trumpeter. It's death. A little of that tension is going in here, but most of it is the base of the tongue. Okay? Which makes you work too hard here. I'm watching your inhalation. You come in, breathe for me. Good. I feel that expansion there. You start there. That's right. Because the diaphragm is descending and is staying down, and you're doing this. But you're doing this too much because this is stiff. You're working too hard. It's the job. Do this again. And instead of doing this, you won't be able to speak very clearly. Take your bottom lip and hold it out loose. And make sure you have a feeling of a space here. Freunde, das Leben ist Leben. And sing a little louder. If the words aren't right because you've got your hand on your lip, keep the lip loose. Okay? Phrase again, without your hand on your lip, but really speak those consonants out. I'm not understanding you. Okay? And do it once. Just sing me the vowels. Don't sing the consonants. Okay? Just from there. Okay? Sing. No, just sing the vowels. Don't sing the consonants. That is one tone. It's one tone. Okay? It's not a bunch of tones. It's one.
Okay.
And they all go this way. It's not going up and down. It's going from here to here. Okay? Sing it that way again, thinking that. consonants in, but sing them 40 times more than you think you have to.
Jeder Tag kann Schönes uns geben.
Thank you, I understand you now. And you sang me a phrase. You didn't sing me 6 little jewel notes. You know? You went from here, and you knew where you were going, and I understood you. And it was easier too, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Sometimes we spend so much time going, I'm going to show my beautiful voice. And I'm going to make a little jewel out of every little tone. And I hear these little jewels. I don't hear a phrase, and I don't understand you. Because you're so busy making little jewels that you're forgetting to speak the text. You know, it's... When I started, I was always doing that. People go, would you just sing it? And after a while, I knew what they were saying. You just sang it, and it was easy.
Mhm.
Do it again.
Jeder Tag kann Schönes uns geben, jeder Tag ein neues Erleben, jede Stunde verjüngt sich die Welt.
Jede Stunde verjüngt sich die Welt. Release it. Die Welt.
Jede Stunde verjüngt sich die Welt, die herrliche Welt.
Die herrliche Welt. Take that H, make something out of it. Die herrliche Welt. Die Welt is herrlich. And that E is very open. Herrlich. It's not just E, it's more open. It's almost like A. Die herrliche Welt.
Should be or should be? Should not be.
Should be more open than E. Die herrliche Welt is a very